Hi and welcome to SQL Injection Master Course. My name is Hitesh and you can visit my homepage for accessing much more details about me and very importantly leaving a feedback to me. Now really, as I promised, this course will thoroughly went to a very comprehensive details, and it is. So let us try to proceed and learn some very good important commands that you can that will help you actually to get penetrate into the more of the injections. And for this particular video, instead of making all the things messing around, I have created already a command.txt file that you can have access and can get all the commands that I'll be using in this particular video. And if you haven't watched the previous double query injection video, I highly recommend that you please go back, refresh your memories, and if you have understood that video very clearly, this video will be just a glimpse for you. So let's try to have move ahead in our SQL injection lab. And what we have got here in the master course, that you will see that command d.txt file is already here with you. And what you have to do certainly is use this file and use some of the commands that I am writing out here. So let me just write a couple of them. I hope it is quite visible. -u, the user is root, then a -p, that is tour. So my SQL prompt is up and running. What I'll do, I'll use the database, that is security. Okay, so database is now a security. And now what we will do, we will open up our command d.txt file, which is just here. And we will be focusing here what we are trying to do, as we have already discussed all these things in the details in our double query injection, and the same thing is going to follow up here. So the very first command here is select database. Now what this command is going to do, it is going to select the database. Let's try that. Yes, it is selecting the database. And what happens if I actually modify my command by just making it as a core query, that is select database, and concatenating with that? We are just making a try for it, and we also tried to did that already in our previous video, that was for double query injection. Now you see that it is again displaying the database name, but here the name has become the table name. But what if I add some randomness to it as well? Now we have already discussed what this ran command and this floor command actually are being utilized. If you forgot that, it's a very good time to actually repeat those videos. So now you see there is security and there is a 0 at the end. Now in order to make some modifying changes just for the visual purpose, you can add some things here like the tilde sign or any sign which you want to really have. So I'm really impressed with the tilde sign, and what I'll do, I'll add up here. And what I'm doing actually here is I'm again adding some randomness at the end of the name of the database, and I'm adding all these tilde sign and everything just for the sake of visuality, nothing else. So here what we have got, the tilde sign is here, and we have got some randomness, that is 0, because what we have done, we have although multiplied it by 2, but here random is actually multiplying it with 2, but really we have got a function, the function of random is 0. So what I can do here is I can actually call something else, like here we have asked for the database, but now here we can ask also for the select database, and we can put up the whole query, that is from information underscore schema dot tables. Now let us see what happens if I put this query. Now as you can see, I have got the whole list of database apart from the 0 or 1, that is completely a randomness. I hope you understand this. But now let us do something interesting. What I can do here is I can put all this query, but really, you know what is the problem out here? The problem is very simple, that if I scroll it a little bit up, what you will notice here is, let me go a little bit up. This is the problem, a very big name. Now we have already understood in the previous videos that how we can make an alias for it by just introducing some fact, like here we have got this C actually here. Now this is C will actually make this all of the things a bit shorter. So let's try to do that. And what we can do here is, let me delete it and put up new query. So the C is actually going to help us in this case And although we have returned the same number of queries, but what we have got at the top, okay, so here it is. So this C is really a good one. And what we are trying to do is we are trying to dump error in such a controlled manner that we got some result in that particular error. So this is going to be the concept for our SQL double query injection on these form. So what additionally I can do, I can put this query as it is, and here let's copy this. And what I'm doing here is I'm just adding a few things, like I'm adding a count function which will count up all the things, and at the second one I'm just adding some randomness, the C, plus I'm also adding from information underscore schema dot tables, and importantly group by C. So I hope you are quite aware about why these things are being used, as we have discussed so much details in the previous video. Now here is the important thing that we want to see actually. Here it says duplicate entry, but our core command is still out here, that is database, which is dumping out the database here. Now this is really important. Now what else you can do? Let me go to this core query part and change it to something else. Like I want to change it to version. Now what happened? It is dumping me out the database version. What happened if I use something else? Let me dump user. It says root @ localhost. Now this is the important part and the important thing that you need to remember from the last video. Now we have already understood that how these commands work and everything, and also what I've done in this command list, I have added up at the last that which is going to be the important thing for you. Here it is at the bottom for the next video. Of course I'll be with you in the next video to help you out at a certain stage, but really from this stage I'll be pushing out the burdens on your shoulders as well, because it would be just a spoon feeding if you are not using your brains and everything else. So I hope the video was quite clear for you and you have understood the double query injection. Remember, the double query injection is really important and you should take care of it. Learn these commands. If you are just confused in this video, then probably it is not a good time to watch this video, because you have skipped a few things from the last videos, that is from double query injection video. Make sure that you master it perfectly. After watch this video, this will be as smooth as possible. So that's all for this video, and thank you so much for watching.